hypocrisy.
Greatness can come from anywhere.
I draw inspiration from the Filipino people and to God and my family. Hard work is the most difficult things in boxing.
Let's get into it.
Talk Nation, welcome back everybody. Man, your boy been in the trenches, man. Man, salute to all my soldiers, man. Anybody that lost anybody, man, salute. My hats off to y'all, man. It's been a little tough. But your boy's back in the building. Your boy is back at it. And Canelo versus CHARLO is fight night, y'all. And let me tell you why CHARLO can upset Canelo Alvarez. Now, there's three big factors going into this fight that CHARLO could use for an excuse if he gets destroyed. So let's just get that out the way before the upset verdict. He broke his hand. Does he have the same power in that hand that he broke? That's number one. Number two, the long layoff. He's been out the game for a while. Now, to counter that, he said he's been sparring, he's been in the gym, and reports is he has been working. So as far as him saying, okay, it's been a long layoff, using that as an excuse, he already said it himself, that's not going to be a factor. He's been in the gym, he's been working, and a lot of people said that Jermell Charlo, even before the fight was announced, he was in the gym working, which he should have been. The third is moving up 2 weight classes. He's a natural 54-pounder, although he walks around heavy, but he's the undisputed champ at 54. So when he cuts weight, that's where he cuts weight, down to 154. Walking around weight and fighting weight is two totally different things. Now, coming into this fight, both of these guys weighed in at 167.4 on the dot. Now, for Jermell to come up to that weight, I mean, that's impressive. Canelo, he's in the best shape of his life. That's a great question. Is Canelo 100% going into this fight? He says that he is. In previous fights, also the fight with John Ryder, when he felt as though he did not look well in that fight, he said, I wasn't right. Had some injuries, some things wasn't right. So now going into this fight with Jermell Charlo, he's 100%. Now, by him moving up 2 weight classes, my thing with Charlo is his gas tank. Can Charlo put his foot on the gas?
I can't give everybody the game.
Canelo's going to pressure Jermell Ironman Charlo. He's going to pressure him. He's going to put the pressure on him. But Jermell can punch and Jermell can box. Now, he may not be as slick as Canelo, but if Charlo conditioning is better than Canelo, and like I said, if Charlo can put his foot on the gas, and with the things he can do in the ring, he has a good jab, has power. When he throws his shots with intention. So if he catches Canelo with any shot, it's a possibility that he can hurt Canelo. Jermell Charlo is 6 feet to Canelo's 5'8". Jermell Charlo's reach is 73 inches to Canelo's 70.5 inches. So Jermell Charlo is the bigger guy, but he's the bigger skill guy. Canelo does some things. He may be the better inside fighter. If Canelo can cut that range, utilize his mobility, get on the inside, I mean, he can bust up Jermell Charlo. That's going to be real tough. Jermell is going to have to box Canelo. That jab is going to be in full effect. Derrick James, this is a huge fight for Derrick James. Now, with the loss of Errol Spence, that's a lot of pressure on Jermell Charlo. These are stable mates, and also Derrick James is a coach. This will be a big fight for him to lose. Those are two big fights. Errol Spence, former unified champion, losing all his titles when he fought, and he lost to Terrence Bud Crawford. Jermell Charlo, although those titles are not on the line, this still is an undisputed title fight. So for Jermell Charlo to go into this fight and not look good or get stopped or get knocked out, get beaten brutally, I mean, you don't want that look if you're Derrick James. But this is boxing. Shit happens. Jermell Charlo is a fantastic competitor, but he could get humbled in this fight. But if he comes into this fight on his A game, do what he can do, and he's going to have to fight a very smart fight, a very strategic fight, be very disciplined. This is Jermell Charlo. That jab is going to be just like Errol Spence's jab used to be, how he started and mobilized and he dictated everything in the fight with his jab. That's really going to have to be how Jermell Charlo comes into this fight. His jab is going to be the first punch that he throws, and it should be the last punch that he throws. Keep that distance. Now we'll try to come in and cut that range, pop that jab, fake to the body, shift, come with that uppercut. But he's going to have to keep Canelo at bay, keep Canelo at range, just like B-Ball beat Canelo. Just like B-Ball beat Canelo. That is going to have to be how Jermell Charlo comes into this fight. That should have been a great fight for Derrick James and for Jermell Charlo to break down and to study. Go back and look at how B-Ball beat Canelo, even though it was a higher weight class. But keep in mind, Jermell is moving up 2 weight classes. Canelo moved up when he fought B-Ball. So that would be a great fight to go back and articulate and break down and say, you know what, damn, he really did some good things in this fight. This is Bivol. Bivol shocked the world. This is what Jermell Charlo is trying to do and has a possibility that he can do. He can shock the world when he goes into this fight and faces Canelo Alvarez. Now, can he get it done? Game plan, game plan, game plan. He's going to have to stay focused, especially when he gets hit. When Jermell Charlo gets hit, if you're not smart, if you're not locked in, that game plan goes out the window. You go into survival mode. You're trying to survive. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get knocked out, especially if you were severely hurt coming into that next round when that bell rings. If you're not 100%, you know they're coming in. They're going to attack, especially somebody like Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is a fantastic finisher. Now, Jermell Charlo, if he does not get hurt, if he's able to hurt Canelo, he has to be able to hurt Canelo and make Canelo respect his power. Even if he doesn't knock out Canelo, he has to be able to hit Canelo and make Canelo respect his power. If Jermell Charlo can do that, he has a great chance to win a 12-round fight if he can't get the knockout. But he's going to have to be able to hurt Canelo Alvarez. He's going to have to be able to put his hands on Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez is coming into this fight to engage. So Jermell Charlo is going to get his opportunities, but can Charlo capitalize? Will he be timid? Will he fight a smart fight, a strategic fight, but yet an aggressive fight? That's what Jermell Charlo is going to have to do. Be smart, be strategic, but at the same time, be aggressive. Be very calculated. Be very precise on when he throws his shots, especially his counter. He's going to have to be able to counter Canelo's shots in this fight because Canelo, especially early, in my opinion, I think he's going to be throwing punches and bunches, try to catch Jermell Charlo with something that he doesn't see, hurt him, and get him up out of there early. I don't think Canelo wants this fight to go the distance. This fight goes the distance, and Jermell Charlo's gas tank is good in this fight, then Canelo may be in trouble. So I think for Canelo, I think he's going to try to score big early, get Jermell Charlo hurt early, get him up out of there. Even though if it's a competitive fight and Canelo was winning, come on, man, this is King Canelo. Canelo Alvarez will walk away with the decision. But if it's a competitive fight and Jermell Charlo makes this a very competitive fight and really makes the judges scratch their heads on this one, man, the crowd is into the fight, this can be a very tough decision for Canelo to win. And Jermell Charlo can walk away with the upset if he goes into this fight and uses all his tools. But sometimes you need a little more than tools. Sometimes you got to dig a little deep. Jermell Charlo represents lying only. And guess what? You're gonna have to be every bit of that in this fight. You're gonna have to dig down. You're moving up 2 weight classes, long layoff, coming off of possibly career-ending injuries. A lot is on Jermell Charlo's shoulders coming into this fight. And just to finish up before we wrap it out, man, shout out to Jermell Charlo, because coming into this fight, there's been a lot of negativity. A lot of people were talking about their relationship. This is Jermell and Jermell Charlo. But I seen an interview that Jermell did, and he was basically saying like he was trying to keep his distance from his brother because he wanted his brother to be focused going into this fight. It's a huge fight. All the drama that he was going through, everything that he was going through, he was trying to keep that away from his brother, and I respected that. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to put that negativity around his brother, you know what I mean, leading up to the fight. So he cleared the air on that, and I respected that, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love and respect for Jermell Charlo, both of these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? They're very, very high energy, very aggressive, you know what I'm saying, but very real competitors, man. I respect that, you know what I'm saying? Very, you know what I'm saying, underrated, misunderstood, but that's what greatness is. Sometimes greatness is not identified or recognized until it's all over. So can Jermell Charlo go into this fight and achieve greatness tonight? We shall see. Talk Like to Stand Up, it's your boy. Shout out. I'm out.
Fatality.